Greetings everyone, my name's FlareBlitzed here, and we've returned back to Bloody Chronicles New Cycle of Death. In the last episode we talked nothing but how chickens are amazing and stuff like that. But let's continue with the story then, shall we?
Yeah, the food was pretty good. Don't you think so, Kaoru?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure about the food. Why is that then?
Aww, what's wrong?
I don't know. I don't feel that good.
Oh dear. What's happening, Kaoru?
You look pale, Kaoru. Here, let me help you. Do you need me to get you something?
No, it's okay. I'm afraid I won't be able to go to the concert, Aki.
Wow, you let it go down. That's so troubling.
Oh, I see. I understand.
I'm really sorry, Aki. I know the concert's really important to you, but my stomach is starting to...
I can make you some tea. And I think I might have some medicine at home.
It's okay, Aki. I'm thankful that you're so concerned about me, but I'll be fine.
You won't be
You should
fine.
hurry up and go to the concert.
You're never fine.
I can't go to the concert when you are sick. It wouldn't be right. And I'd feel guilty about it later. I'll stay with you.
That's sweet of you, Aki. But I don't want you to miss the concert because of me.
Who is more important, you or the concert?
Oh, I have an idea. Big bro, can you do something for me? Pretty, please?
Could you do it for your sweet sister, pretty please?
I think I know what you're going to ask, so...
I knew that you'd say yes. You're the best. Thank you.
Hey! I didn't say yes!
Were you going to say no?
No, I just don't like it when she doesn't hear me out, you know what I mean?
You're in good hands, Kaoru. Big bro is the best.
Thank you. You really didn't have to do that.
Of course I do. You're my friend.
You're my friend, my bestest friend.
I don't know what to say.
It's my pleasure. Well, I gotta get going. See ya.
See you all.
How are you going to get there? It's getting pretty late.
I
Walking?
think I'll be able to
Yeah.
catch the bus if I go now.
I doubt you'll get there on time by bus. Let me take you there.
Don't be silly. I'll be fine.
Aki,
No, you should rest.
you're so stubborn. Hey, Kazuki?
Yeah? I lifted my head off the pile of papers. I'm feeling tired again. Oh dear. Blurry. What?
Kazuki? You okay?
No, can't you see that I'm trying to rest my eyes? It's been a very, very long day. Everything's going blurry. Yes.
Are you sure? You seemed like you were dozing off.
Yeah, sleepy. Yeah, I was just thinking about something.
Could you give Aki a ride to the concert? I'd go with her, but I don't feel so good right now. I know you're still working on some papers, so if you're busy, that's totally fine.
Yeah. Choices then. Aha, yes, we can save at choices. I love that. I absolutely love that. And now, our choice span is preserved. Okay, sure, why not? Screw the papers, I need some fresh air anyway.
Thank you so much. I owe you one.
Yeah. Don't make this into a habit, alright?
Thank you, Kazuki. I always knew we could count on you.
Thank you. I look at Kaoru and say nothing. Okay, Aki, grab your stuff and let's go.
Wait for me. Give me a minute.
Hey, I'm in a hurry here. I want to have some shut-eye. If you don't arrive in the car by about 5 seconds, I'm just going to drive off without you.
I hope you'll get better soon. I'll call you when we get there.
Yeah.
Thanks. Have fun, alright?
I will. Bye, everyone. And thank you, big bro.
That's all? No big hugs or something? I'm the one who's stuck with babysitting duty here. Be sure to text Mom so she won't be too worried.
Yeah.
Aww. You're worried about me, aren't you?
Yeah, because you're siblings, it's natural to worry about friends and siblings.
Whatever, just go already.
Drive safely, Kazuki. See you tomorrow.
Wait, you're thinking I'm not going to come back to the office here and sort out through all these papers? Yeah, see you all tomorrow. Yeah, long shot. I turn around and simply give a wave goodbye to them all.
Wait for me!
Wait for dear old me. We go downstairs, use the company car parked outside Igrasil headquarters. Okay, so where are we going exactly?
Do you know where the Freedom Stadium is? It's near the main square.
This stadium has a lot of freedom behind it. It's near the main square. Oh, there? I know where it is then.
Then hit it!
Hit what? What? What's with the yelling?
You know. As in, let's go?
On the road, setting sails. I know what you meant. This is going to be a long ride.
Huh?
Nothing. Did you fasten your seatbelt?
Oh, okay. Ready. Hit it!
Can you please stop saying that? Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Hit it! After a few minutes of silence, Aki starts to stare at me. What is it?
Nothing.
There is something. Then why are you staring at me like that?
I am not staring at you.
Are you sure? Yes, you are. What is it? Tell me.
Wow. That's different from your usual responses.
What are my usual responses then, huh?
Can I ask you something? This is just between us. I won't tell anyone else, I promise.
Are you sure you can do that? I don't trust this situation already. What is it?
Why did you join Igrasil?
Igrasil. Okay. What? I thought it was going to be, do you hate Akito? Or why is my big bro so annoying?
Sorry. I guess it was inappropriate to ask you that, huh?
No, that's fine. It's just, why did I join Igrasil? Flashback for revenge. Lie. Oh,
Yes?
it's personal.
Huh? Personal? I don't mean to pry, but...
Why? I felt Aki is just going to keep pestering me about it. Maybe she'll drop a topic if I stay silent, or maybe not. Are you going to keep staring at me until I tell you?
Maybe?
If you really want to know, I joined this organization because I wanted to find the person responsible for the death of my parents.
What? I thought it was an accident.
There's no accident in this scenario. So did I. But something about the incident just didn't seem right. Anyway, in the end, the police declared it a cold case due to the lack of evidence. It remains unsolved even to this day.
We could have taken this case. Why didn't you tell us?
It's fine, Aki. Suzumi and I already looked into the case.
What? Suzumi knew about this?
Yes. Yes, unfortunately it was a dead end. We couldn't find anything.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked.
It's fine. Thanks to that I was able to move on from the past and live my life. Aki suddenly gets immersed in her own thoughts. She's either replaying our conversation in her head, or feeling guilty about bringing up my parents' death. After a while, the silence becomes unbearable, even for me, so I decide to break the silence with a question. So what kind of concert are you attending? She looks puzzled by my question. Is it something I said?
Oh, sorry. It's a charity concert for the children from the orphanage.
Good deeds. Good deeds, that is. Oh right, I forgot about that.
Huh?
Nothing. You sure love to help people.
Of course. There are a lot of unfortunate people in the world. We have to help them.
Unfortunate people with unfortunate circumstances, but it's entirely not their fault. Or in some cases maybe there are, but it's still unfortunate to this day. But you can't help them all. You know that, right?
I know.
Yeah.
But still, I want to believe in a better world where what I do matters to someone and helps that person regardless of who they are.
Nah.
It doesn't take much to put a smile on people's faces or to make them happy, you know? So if I have the chance to give happiness to others, I would take it. My parents taught me to always have hope and help those in need. That's why I want to do good deeds and show people that good can triumph over evil, even if you have to take baby steps to achieve that.
Baby steps are most important, I believe. If you can climb a mountain, then that's fine, but you do not have to climb that mountain in one day. If you can climb it in one day, if it's 1 month, then okay. If it's 1 year, then okay. It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you never stay down. Don't you think it's too idealistic, though? Good overcomes evil and whatever else there might be.
I don't think so. And you can call me childish or idealistic. I don't care.
Are you sure that you don't care, Aki? I see that.
Do you think I'm childish, Kazuki?
At times yes, and at other times no. I thought you said you don't care about what others think.
I don't. I just want to know, that's all.
You do care. Or maybe you actually do care about what other people think of you. Aki quickly looks away. She's suddenly avoiding eye contact with me. Was I too harsh, or... I noticed her cheeks are a bit red. Wait, did she just blush?
Don't look at me.
Nah, yeah, she did.
What about you? What do you believe in?
Do you want the short version or the long one?
Any. As long as it's longer than a word.
Short version it is then. I believe in myself.
You're joking! Seriously?
Yeah, what? You don't believe in yourself?
It's not that. You know what I mean?
There aren't many things I can believe in. Is she looking at me again?
You could at least believe in me, you know?
What? You?
Yeah. One day I'll be able to change the world.
Well, that's a bit barbaric. No comment on that. I don't want to kill your dreams.
Hey, you just did.
What, with a few empty words? How hollow, Aki. But I didn't say anything. Yet.
That's it. I'm going to kill you.
Wow, really? Sure you will. Is there something I can actually believe in?
But that's besides the point. You need to do something else besides work, you know?
Like?
Well,
Hobbies?
I don't
Yeah.
know. What do you do outside of work? Any hobbies?
Anything besides work?
Yeah.
Does listening to you and Akito count?
Very funny.
I know.
Just answer my question.
No.
That's not an answer.
Hey, I am trying to think about this one. I am a very busy man who is trying to think of an appropriate answer to give to you, Aki, who keeps pestering me with questions, okay? I can't answer that. Probably because work is all I do. I don't really have any other hobbies. Well, maybe less of gaming, but nothing you are into.
Oh, I see. So, what are you doing after work? Aren't you bored of doing nothing?
I guess, well, I'm dropping you off at a concert, so I'm definitely not bored now. Long term.
I have an idea. Why don't you come with me?
Whereabouts? No.
Come on, it'll be fun.
I'm not a fan of crowded places. Maybe next time. What about now?
You always say something like that. Oh, I'm not a fan of crowded places. Oh, there was that time I was trapped in an elevator. I can't watch that superhero movie because my parents died when I was young too.
You have no idea what it's like to have your parents die young. Hey, it's true.
Whatever, I give up. I'm not going to force you. I remember my first time at a charity concert. When I was 11, my friend from school got seriously ill. They said it was encephalitis. After a while, she stopped coming to school and had to be hospitalized. I tried to visit her every day. Eventually, her health worsened. So in an attempt to help, the school decided to host a benefit concert to raise money for her. But despite our efforts, the doctors were unable to save her. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to talk so much.
It's okay. I'm used to it. I'm really sorry about your friend.
Thank you.
These darn red lights. This heavy traffic is not helping either.
It's fine. I should be able to make it on time.
Are you sure? What was your question again?
What were we talking about?
About your friend, about long-term ambitions, hobbies. Probably nothing important.
Oh, right. Aren't you bored of doing...
Damn it! Not again. I shouldn't have brought it up.
I'm not forcing you to attend the concert, okay?
Yeah, you are.
Just answer my question.
No.
Can't you just try to think of something that interests you?
No. Well, I don't know. I haven't given it much thought.
What's the first thought that popped into your head?
Well, I wouldn't mind travelling, leaving the country, seeing the world, that sort of thing.
That would be so cool! I never went abroad, but I would love to see other places and meet different people.
Yeah. So, do you have a ride home from the concert?
Yeah, a friend of mine will give me a ride back. It's all taken care of.
It's all sorted, baby. Okay then.
I can't wait to get there.
Don't wait then, just walk over there. It's not that far, you know.
You and your weird sense of humor.
Seriously, I'm not joking. It would be faster to go on foot right now with all this traffic.
It's okay, we'll make it. By the way, thanks for giving me a ride.
No problem. I really hated doing those paperwork anyway.
I hope Kaoru's doing okay.
I'm sure she's fine with your brother. Relax. Your amazing bro is taking care of her, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just curious, you know?
Curious about what exactly? You can always give her a call.
You don't think that's a little...
Annoying?
Yeah.
Nah, it's totally you.
Hey! You big meanie!
Am I a big meanie now? Maybe you're just a meanie around it. Okay, I think we're here.
Yay!
Let me find somewhere where I can drop you off.
Alright,
You sure you'll be okay? You won't get lost?
I'll be fine. I can see the other volunteers, and my friends should be there too.
Ah, voluntary work. That's really nice. I stopped the car on the roadside. Okay, hope the concert's successful. Good night.
Thanks again. See you at work tomorrow.
Thank you. She gets out of the car and runs towards the group of volunteers. The drive back is much faster. My earlier conversation with Aki still lingers on my mind. Do I really look like a loner? And if I do, so what? Isn't solitude a good thing? It is, but having an overdose of solitude isn't. You need to have a balance of both socializing and solitude for a healthy state of mind. It's good to have your alone time, but it's also important to be there for your friends and family and dig into conversations and even argue. Arguments can lead to good results at the end of the day. Arguments that will benefit yourself and others. Arguments that is necessary for everyone. Despite what others may think of me, I'm not going to change. This is who I am. But... Huh? A text message. Message from Akito. Yo, we're finally taking on the Phantom case. Briefing starts tomorrow at 10 AM. Be there or be there. I mean, square. You know it's important. Peace. Now I definitely need to sleep when I get home. My reply, I'll try. I can't wait to see what you've got on the case, Akito. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Again, what is it now? I look at my phone. Oh, it's Maki. Thank you, Kazuki. Love heart. The concert's amazing. I wish you came. Here's a picture for you. It's so awesome. Pic of Aki and her friends. You're missing out. There could be like an on-screen display of the photo. A smile spreads across my face as I continue to stare at the photo. She looks like she's having fun. Nah. Isn't that a gorgeous sight to behold? What time is it? What the hell? Oh right, I set my clock 15 minutes earlier today. Man, I hope I won't be late this time. I idly stare at the ceiling for 5 minutes before getting up and searching for my clothes. Damn, I should shave and maybe eat some breakfast. I run to the kitchen and make some tea and toast. Am I missing something? I take out my phone and look at the time. Well, it's 9:18. And the walk to Igrasil's is about 35 minutes. Wish I'd ride right now. I shove my complaints to the back of my mind and get dressed. Alright, phone. Check. IDs. Check. Low sense of disappointment. Check. Guess I'm ready. I slam the door and reach into my back pocket. Wait. Wait. I continue searching my pockets. Where are my keys? What do I do with them? I scratch my chin and start pacing back and forth. Why now? Okay, Kazuki, think. What did I do when I came home last night? Well, let's see. I came back home and locked the door as I always do, and then I put the keys in my pocket. I threw myself onto the bed and that's it. I think I slept in my old clothes. The laundry! I rush over to the bathroom and pull my pants out of the laundry basket. Close save. I totally forgot to take them out. Creep, what time is it now? I look at my phone again. What? Are you kidding me? It's 9:31 already? I rush back to the front door. Alright, phone, check. IDs, check. Keys, check. A looming sense of disappointment, check. I need to get out of here. I slam the door and rush out. Time seems to slow down as I continue to run. Yeah, which way should I go? Clyde Avenue. It's the quickest way, but it's probably crowded thanks to those red traffic lights. It should be calm, but railroad might be a problem. The train passes by around 9:45, so I should have some time to cross. Wait, I only have a few minutes, and if that train gets in my way, I'm toast! There's only one option. 3 minutes later, I'm riding on a bike through Mansfield Hill at breakneck speed. It's a good thing Miss Nashita let me borrow the bike. I really hate borrowing things from other people, but it's an emergency. This route might not be the best one, but it will save some time. I pick up speed as I get closer to Igrasil headquarters. I cannot afford to be late this time around. If I'm late, not only will Suzumi give me a hard time about it, Akito will surely join in on the fun. A couple pass by, leaps out of the way, shouting after me for almost running them over. Passerby, hey, watch it! Are you mad? Stop right there. Perfect. I'm going to be on time. Sorry, folks, but I have a meeting to attend to. I see Akito standing in front of a building, checking his watch. His smile so big and wide that I could tell he's grinning from a mile away. I tend to slow down, but then I realise that stopping suddenly would probably send me flying to the pavement. That wouldn't be good.
9:55. Perfect. I'm all set for the debriefing. I'm so gonna impress them all today.
Move, Akito! Hurry!
Kazuki! Stop!
Damn, the brakes aren't working properly. I'm not slowing down. I barely managed to dodge Akito, leaving behind a cloud of smoke. Akito looks flabbergasted.
I'm dreaming, right? Kazuki's on a bike.
Yeah, creep. Too fast, too fast. Brake, brake, brake. I press the brakes as hard as I can. I wouldn't do that. The bike skids to a stop as the front wheel collides with a nearby staircase. I fly out of my seat and fall to the ground. Oh dear. Oh, hey, I'm still in one piece.
Dude, what the heck? Were you trying to kill me?
No. Quit being so dramatic. If I wanted to kill you, I wouldn't have missed.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
I don't know. Maybe.
Glad you're not a motivational speaker. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Seriously, man, I wasn't expecting any of this.
What? The fact I'm actually on time, or the fact I came in like a wrecking ball with a bike.
Both?
Both? Hey, I promised I wouldn't be late, remember? The bike is a
I'd
neighbour's.
say I'm surprised that you have nice neighbors, but I'm actually surprised you even have neighbors. Don't you live in a shack or something?
No. Hey, I talk to other people too. You can check the script. Is that supposed to be a fourth wall breakage? Check the script. Kazuki has been talking to others. Your sister last night. And no, that's nothing scary to worry about. I was just dropping off to the concert. I mean, I talk to people sometimes.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, we should probably head in. We can't stand around here forever.
Hey, you're the reason we're still standing here.
What?
Forget it, let's go.
Jeez, can't get any respect around here.
Really now. After a while, we finally arrive at a briefing room. Suzumi greets us with a smirk.
It's 10:09. What a surprise.
Wow.
Hey, before you say anything, I just want to say it's all his fault.
That's really mature, Akito.
Let me guess. You had to wake up Sleeping Beauty here, and now you're late. Typical.
What? It wasn't that.
Sure.
Hey, you almost killed me.
Oh, please. The only thing that would have killed you was the dust. And you're not asthmatic, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Wait, what happened? I want to know.
It's a long story.
Now you're going to have to tell us.
Enough! We're here to talk about the Phantom, not about Akito and Kazuki's bromance.
Wow. But bromance? Hey, don't make stuff up.
Whoa, we're not.
Just shut up, will you? Kazuki, take your seat. And Akito, hurry the hell up with your presentation.
Uh-oh. Suzumi's really mad.
Don't shout that out. You wanted this Phantom case so badly, then respect the rules and get on with it.
Suzumi's right. We need to be very careful about how we go about solving this.
I'm sorry.
After a few minutes.
Today, we'll look at the actions of the elusive criminal known as the Phantom. He's been accused of committing 5 murders in 4 months. The victims are unrelated to one another with no apparent ties, so it will be difficult to find his next target. Currently, there are no witnesses, no motives, and no leads.
Akito pauses, waiting for our input.
That doesn't look good.
Are you sure we're only looking for one killer?
That's the point, we can't. Normally, there are cases where there's more than one culprit. I personally believe that the Phantom has only killed 3 people.
What? That's insane!
It's interesting to say the least.
You've piqued my interest. Now I'm curious.
See, this is an awesome case.
Don't forget this is only your conjecture. You don't have anything to back up your claim.
Well, yeah, not exactly.
Figures.
You know that the police and our organization have limited resources regarding this case. I have a feeling that there's gotta be something we're missing. So maybe we should start from a different angle.
So what you're saying is that this is all a hunch?
To be honest, this is a bit confusing.
I agree, but it's still intriguing.
Oh, I feel dizzy already.
Aki, what the hell do you contribute towards our organization?
I hope everyone will get what I'm talking about after I'm finished.
On the first slide are photographs of the 5 people presumed to be the victims of the Phantom.
Alright, the first victim was Gardner Jesse James Jr., 27 years old. He lived on the outskirts of Forstall.
Gardner, outskirts, between the ages of 25 and 30, lived on the outskirts of Forstall.
His body was found by his fiancée Elizabeth. He was tied to his bed and had his chest completely eviscerated. An autopsy indicated his heart was pulled out while he was still alive.
Bloody hell, what a way to go. So, his heart was inevitably dissected out. Ooh.
Are you okay, Aki?
Yeah, I was just imagining it. Please don't show us pictures of the crime scene.
Well, I was planning to skip them, but since you mentioned it...
Ouch! But this might be necessary after all. Everyone here needs to see what's going on.
If you really want to see that, you should look at them after the presentation. Alone.
Anyway, the whole room was soaked in blood, but it was hard to determine whether it happened before or after the murder. His fiancée said that nothing valuable was stolen, and the only thing that remained was a bloody inscription on the floor, as well as a small bloody footprint.
Eek. Akito turns to the next slide. Ah, it's a message of sorts, and the numbers should also represent letters. But not like in alphabetical order like C, E, E, D. The first word to me just spells message. but there are too many letters in there to begin with.
Huh. That's interesting.
It is a message of sorts. Looks like some sort of puzzle.
You mean that hidden message?
Yep. Yeah, look at those numbers. I see that Koro is writing something in her notebook. What could it be?
Yeah, it's hard to tell what it actually says. There are no signs of burglary, and it's impossible to say whether or not the deceased knew the perpetrator.
So it would have to be something from, or somebody from the inside of the house, if there's no signs of a burglary.
What about the murder weapon? You said it looked like the victim's chest was opened? Also, the fiancé sounds suspicious. Do you think she has anything to do with it? There's no signs of burglary. And she said nothing was stolen, but we can't confirm or deny this fact.
Yeah, I guess you're right. After all, we usually suspect those close to the victim to be the culprit.
Yep.
You know what they say. Over half of all murders are carried out by those closest to the victims.
Yep. Precisely. That's why I like working alone, no one to backstab me.
You shouldn't say things like that, Kazuki.
Relax, it was only a joke. Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
Well, it looked like the victim's chest was torn. The autopsy revealed that it was actually ripped open by bare hands.
Bloody hell, what a way to do it.
What? Are you serious?
Crazy as it sounds, yeah. The police ruled out the victim's fiancée since she couldn't have done anything like that unassisted.
You never know.
The crime would have had to have been conducted by a heavily built person. Anyway, there's the facts. Any opinions on this? It'll get more convoluted from here on.
Maybe the fiancé had nails that could have done that.
Is it going to get even more cruel?
Hey, we have to look at everything from the surface as it tells us, Aki. The good, the bad, the ugly.
Somewhat. It'll be a bit more confusing as well.
Please continue.
Alright, on to the next victim. On September 28, 2015, someone discovered a lawyer named Peter Czarnecki in a parking lot. His body was in his own car. Unfortunately, because the parking lot does not have surveillance, we could not precisely determine when he died.
So you can give just a rough estimation of when he died. The night of the 28th to the morning of the 29th. Because usually these sort of cases are found in the morning because of, well, people would rather commit crimes at night during the day. It's just a fact. When do you ever see a huge crime like this committed during the day? No, because the sun is out and people can see well.
However, the police reported that the day before the murder, he called his wife saying that he would be home late.
Ooh.
The last time he was seen was at the law office where he worked. He left around 11 p.m. that day.
I thought so. So it was committed at night.
Police tried to retrace his steps using traffic cams, but to no avail.
Typical.
According to the police record, 3 fingers had been cut off from his right hand, and the cause of death was due to asphyxiation with a plastic bag packed with, and you'll never guess this, helium.
That's new.
Seriously? That's what caught your attention, Kazuki?
Yeah, I mean, it would be hard to pull that off, wouldn't it?
Oh, Kazuki.
Being suffocated by a plastic bag seems like something the mafia does when someone doesn't pay their bills.
Yeah, the police thought so too, which makes this kind of strange.
So, how does this relate to the Phantom? This all seems so confusing.
Well, like I said before, this is very strange, and we, don't have any further information on this murder.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. However, there is something else I would like to show you all. I just wanted to show you guys these cases before I explain why I think the Phantom was involved in this murder.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
So there's something that connects these murders together.
Perhaps. I have to say, after the last murder, I kind of have doubts.
Is that why you want this case so badly? Because you're uncertain of the truth?
Exactly.
Doesn't surprise me.
Hey!
I'm not saying you're doing a bad job, but you really need to work on your presentation. We didn't really get any relevant info from the looks of it.
Says the guy who crashes into work on a bike and can't get here on time.
Hey, I was here when I needed to be, alright? Cut it out already, man.
Like 2 peas in a pod.
Hey, what's that about a bike? I wanna know.
Unrelated to the presentation. Let's
Don't
move
worry,
on.
sis. I'll tell you all about it on the way home.
I'm really scared now.
Did you wet yourself? Were you that scared, Kazuki?
Not at all. I'm only terrified at how Akito is going to twist the story. He's terrible at setting the facts straight.
Hey, I'm an amazing storyteller.
Yeah, which is why you twist stories. Then why don't you quit and just become an author? You'd make a killing.
Can we get back?
Yeah, I'm thinking of that.
I'm sick of you guys hashing it out.
Yeah.
It was Kazuki's.
Okay.
Never mind.
Suzumi's right, you guys. We should be focusing on the case, not bickering with each other.
Fine. Did the family know anything about this murder?
His wife said he did receive threats, but nothing out of the ordinary. She also said he didn't talk about work much, so she couldn't think of anyone who would want to murder him.
Somebody inside the workplace? Somebody who knew that he was going to be late?
Something isn't right.
I agree. That sounds strange.
There's nothing here that seems like it could be linked to the Phantom. I don't see a puzzle here, Akito.
Kazuki may be right. This could be a separate homicide.
But then again, the opposite could be true. One murder case, there could be a puzzle to encrypt. The other one is just left blank. No puzzle. But then again, you said that Peter's fingers were cut off. Why would the killer do that if Peter died of asphyxiation? Silence Ball's room as well. So, as we all contemplate over the possible reasons for the killer's actions.
Perhaps. The killer was attempting to extort information from him.
It could be. Somebody could have stepped in and somehow stopped the killer. But then again, that same person would have killed him not by the lack of blood from the cut fingers, but due to the paper bag. Plastic bag. Or maybe the killer wanted him to suffer.
Gosh, you've been reading too many murder mystery novels, Kazuki.
Well, it's a possibility.
Kazuki's right. It is a possible scenario.
Unfortunately.
Okay, but what would a killer want from a lawyer?
That's what we have to figure out.
Maybe this, hypothetically, maybe this lawyer would have been somewhat in connection to the killing in the one which had the puzzles. So therefore, the killer would want to remove any possible traces of a lawyer knowing what's going to unfold by dispatching them, and there would be no way for the killer to be tracked. I'm not sure, however, attorneys in general carry well-guarded secrets, so there's definitely a plausible motive there.
Perhaps he was defending a client in court.
That could be possible.
Or maybe someone was seeking incriminating information, which only the victim had access to?
Not sure, but we'll figure it out.
Did the police verify all the cases Peter was working on?
They're working on it, but it'll take some time for them to go through it all.
I see.
Anyway, so far, nothing else has been found.
Honestly, I was expecting something different.
Like what?
I don't know. Something with a little more oomph, you know, like a challenge. This is a challenge in itself, Kazuki.
Getting a little confident, are we?
Not really. We can summarize that Peter was murdered by someone who thought he knew too much. I suspect the police will find out who did it sooner or later.
I'm surprised. If this is a separate case, then why did the police think this was the Phantom's doing?
There's still a possibility of it being related to the Phantom. Keep in mind that Akito has some new details to share with us later.
Huh? Oh, right. There's a link that combines these murders together.
How? We turn attention back to Akito, smiling mischievously as he continues with the slideshow.
The next victim is Ernest Montgomery, a 35-year-old linguistics teacher from Sherrington. He was found in his own apartment on September 28.
12th, not 28th.
The school staff recalled that he didn't show up for work for 2 days and that they couldn't reach him. One of his colleagues, Thomas, visited his house and found Ernest in his private reading room. According to Thomas's testimony, Ernest's body was slumped in a chair with his eyes gouged out. A book titled The Blind Owl by Sade Hideya was on his lap.
Yeah, ironic that it would be a book about being blind. Or something related to blindness.
Oh my god.
This is getting too spooky for me.
Hey, at least the title's appropriate.
Kazuki?
Yeah. What? I'm just saying.
Excuse me. I don't think Kazuki was making fun of the deceased. The title of the book is a bit appropriate, although it seems disturbingly intentional.
Yep.
I suppose you're right. I should be used to these things by now. I guess, despite working here for years, it still hasn't desensitized me to this kind of thing. I'm sorry for yelling at you, Kazuki.
Don't worry about it. I wasn't bothered by your earlier outburst at all.
Anyway, back on topic. There was a bookmark that pointed to this text. I felt. It was a pleasure which transcended human experience. A pleasure which only I was capable of feeling, and which the gods themselves, if they existed, could not have experienced to such a degree. At that moment, I was conscious of my superiority. And I'm pretty sure that the perpetrator left the passage that way because he wanted us to read it.
How so?
I spoke with Thomas and asked if there was something special about the text. He said it didn't ring a bell, but he also said that Ernest didn't like owls.
And what does that have to do with anything?
Well, the bookmark was in the shape of an owl.
Oh, so it must have been the perpetrator's doing.
This is most likely the case, what with the book being on the victim's lap.
So the killer just had an owl-shaped bookmark lying around. This is most likely the case of somebody who is close to the victim.
Correct.
Maybe he's trying to tell us something, like a twisted hint.
Yeah. Look at the last line. I was conscious of my superiority.
Maybe he had a god complex of some sort. The room becomes silent once more.
Moving on. No one could determine what the text was referring to. The police failed to find any evidence that a burglary occurred, so we can't tell if Ernest knew the person or not. Thomas said that Ernest didn't have any enemies and his students loved him.
He must have been a really nice teacher.
So, Akito, is that everything?
There's one more thing. After I spoke with Thomas, I found some information about the author of that book. Apparently, the author also committed suicide by asphyxiation.
Wow.
Why did you have to tell us that? It's so creepy. Now I won't be able to sleep tonight.
Akito, stop being a big baby. Oh, you didn't know? It's because Akito is...
One more insult from you, Kazuki, and I swear.
What? I was just saying... I was just wanted to say that Akito is a big fan of weird history.
And I'm the Queen of England.
About Ernest's death. Something about the method seems peculiar.
You mean his suffocation?
Yeah, the author of that Blind Owl book committed suicide by however you want to pronounce it. And that other lawyer was strangled to death. I wonder if that's more than a coincidence.
That's really messed up. I wonder if that's the reason the police attributed this death to the Phantom.
Well, yeah, but...
But...
But... what?
Well, both cases were strange in my opinion, so
Yeah, and...
And...
well, how should I say it?
It was your idea, wasn't it? You told them about it.
Yeah, you can say that.
How
How'd
did
you-
you know?
I mean, he did figure out those weird facts earlier. I guess Akito shared the information with the police after he found out.
Exactly.
This is too puzzling.
Yeah. But you have to admit it's pretty interesting.
Yep.
I hate to admit it, but maybe Akito's right here.
Well, wait, what? Did you say Akito's right?
But we can't jump to conclusions too quickly, though.
Hey, I'm right here. Sheesh. Can't you guys wait until I step out of the room before you talk about me like that?
Wow.
Like I said, we need to keep an open mind to anything here.
An open mind to anything, huh? I wouldn't be surprised if that... whatever. Fellow had gouged his own eyes out.
I know, right? That's exactly what I was thinking.
You guys...
You guys.
You guys.
You guys...
I think that's highly implausible, guys.
That would be incredible, though.
I'm going to assume it's going to get even more weird from this point on.
You'll see.
Akito turns to the next slide.
The next victim is Professor Lee Shang of Slateford. He worked in his research lab for mutating symbology and...
Wait. What?
Mutilation.
Mutating symbology. It's the study of symbols.
Why couldn't you just say that, big bro?
Anyway, Mr. Shang was 34 years old. Despite his young age, he was one of the best experts in the field. However, the police never asked for his assistance, and it's a shame that such a talent was squandered.
Wow. Did the professor work with the police or on anything relevant?
Wow. First, Akito comes up with a plausible theory, and now you go and say something thoughtful. This day just keeps getting more surprising.
Yes, he did assist the police on some cases, but unfortunately none of it was linked to the Phantom.
Seems like the Phantom has been covering his tracks. He probably assumed the police would ask Xian to decipher any clues that he would leave behind.
Like the bloody message.
If that's
Yeah.
the case, why would he have to kill Ernest?
Well, if he planned to kill James and Ernest, he would have to eliminate anyone else that had the chance of cracking the code. On the other hand, he could be playing with the police, or he could just be playing it safe.
Then again, he could just be getting a sick thrill from all this.
What a psycho! How can anyone be excited by something like that?
Unfortunately, Aki, there are people in the world who get extremely exhilarated from the suffering and torments of somebody else. Somebody who could only be described as a demon. Maybe he's looking for love.
That wasn't a good joke, Kazuki.
It was worth a shot, and it failed.
It turns
It
out
was a
that the
blunt
hard drive
shot.
that the professor used to decipher the clues was destroyed. Everything is lost.
Ooh, a dead end, huh? Guess we shouldn't be crying over spilled milk right about now.
Alright then. Akito, can you tell us more about the crime scene?
The professor was found in his home in Slateford on November the 26th. He moved to the town from Niflheim 5 years ago, alone. All his relatives live in Niflheim, and he was known to not be particularly close to anyone in Slateford. Anyway, the research lab workers were unable to reach him, much like Ernest's case, so the staff called the police.
Wow.
The door was locked when the police arrived, so they had to pry it open.
Yikes. I just remembered I haven't saved in a while. Excellent. Return to the game.
Upon opening the door, the professor's body was seen hanging from the ceiling. His hands were nailed to the ceiling with metal pegs. Upon closer inspection, the police discovered...
Gov, and the hands were nailed to the ceiling with metal pegs. Ugh, sounds occultic.
a tattoo of the map of Ascaria. It was on his back with a Masonic symbol, a pierced square and compass.
A tattoo or a picture? I have a question. Was the Caprica pointed to somewhere specific?
I had the same question.
Well, that's where we reach a dead end. One end of the caliper was pointed somewhere on the restless waters, while the other one was somewhere behind the city of Shozan.
You know, that's a pretty minor clue.
Other than that, the police didn't find any signs of struggle. They also couldn't determine if the perpetrator broke into the place or not.
How exactly did the professor die? I believe you were going to tell us this earlier.
Well, I wanted to spare you the gory details. He bled to death. His veins were slashed and his tongue was cut out.
Another bloody victim, huh?
And there isn't much to go by. I understand why you didn't want to discuss this in detail.
Yeah.
Interesting. I get absorbed in thought. After a while, I notice that Kaori is watching me carefully.
I think Kazuki has some keen observations on this case, but is holding back on them for now. That's what I think anyway. I'm right, aren't I, Kazuki?
I let an embarrassed smile and scratch my head. Well, it just crossed my mind is all. I wanted to wait until Akito finished his lecture. After all, he did say he wanted to present everything first.
Really? Don't lie to me.
Aki's looking straight at me, trying to see if she can read my thoughts. I can see she's a bit frustrated when she fails.
How do you do it, Kaoru?
Easy. Kazuki always has this weird expression on his face. It's kind of cute, actually.
Wow. Hey, it's not weird or cute. It just looks like that naturally. I'm not cute, damn it.
Going back to the task at hand, I have reasons to believe that all the murders are connected, which is why the police have them linked to the Phantom. I am, however, puzzled by one thing.
And what is that one thing?
As to why Akito believes that only 3 murders were committed by Phantom.
Yes, there's probably something Akito hasn't told us yet.
Well, there were unknown variables in all of the murders. Sort of like clues, I suppose? Perhaps each death symbolizes something.
His killing spree seems almost symbolic, don't you think?
I guess.
Like, if Xiang is a map, Ernest is a message, and James is some kind of geographic data. Then where does Peter fit in all of this?
Exactly.
The only similar connection we would have is how the author of that book died. Unless Peter wasn't killed by the Phantom.
If James did encrypt some geographic data, what do you think could be on it?
It could be anything. A location of the next murder, a good Thai restaurant.
Kazuki, focus please.
Fine, geez, perhaps another tip from the Phantom.
Or maybe it's from the perpetrator.
I don't think the perpetrator would be that stupid. It might be something else entirely.
I agree.
Didn't I tell you? This is great. You've had so many theories and I haven't even finished the briefing yet.
Wow. Honestly, you're just getting to the good part. I can't wait to see what's next.
I agree. So, what's next, Akito?
Alright. The last victim is Ogun Hyun Ho, a 33-year-old psychologist. Her body...
Okay. Let's just cut off there. Lucky for us, I managed to get a fresh photo of the crime scene. Her body was found on December 19th in the Rosewood Resort, room number 7. Oh, hey, I remember that. You wouldn't shut up about it earlier when you complained about how this case was not getting enough attention. It was the Phantom this and Phantom that for like a month.
Come on. We all know you really want to hear this again.
Ha! She got you!
I roll my eyes, she's right. I do want to hear more about this case. Fine, tell us exactly what happened. I wasn't listening the first time anyway.
Senpai didn't notice me.
Wow. Great. What was that?
Moving on.
Suzumi and Aki stares at me. Kaori gives me a strange look as Akito prepares some more materials. What? Nothing.
Wow. Getting awfully bold here, aren't we, Akito?
Hey, give me a break. I'm super famished. You said it first, Suzumi. We could grab something to eat when we're finished here.
And here I thought you were going to take this case seriously.
I am. Hey, eating and taking this case aren't mutually exclusive.
True. But I think you're more focused on food than the murders.
Anyway, Ogun Hyun Ho was a psychologist at the company Healthcare, which specializes in online counseling, home visits, therapy meetups, and other activities. The police assumed that she was lured into the Rosewood Resort by the Phantom.
Interesting. He lured the victim himself? That's a bold move.
He probably had everything planned.
Still, it must have been risky. Rosewood Resort is a hotspot for some risque activities, after all.
Maybe he's getting cocky?
No puns here. I'm not going to assume there wasn't any witnesses.
Yeah. It's also difficult to determine when the murder took place since there are no records of the room being rented out for today.
So the Phantom must have broken into the room.
I believe so. This dude is pretty sneaky.
What about the surveillance cameras?
I found out that the resort doesn't have real cameras. Those are just dummy ones to reassure clients.
Wow, that's no good.
What? We should totally report them. That's insane.
Huh. You'd think they'd be in trouble for that. Is there any more information?
I look at Carlo and the others. How could they just overlook that detail? Sheesh, if I mention it to them now, it'll just pee them off.
Ah, yes. Her body was found in the morning by the housekeeping staff. The person in charge was surprised since she didn't remember anyone renting this particular room. The housekeeper went inside and found Ogun sitting in a chair dressed in a long, white dress. She still looked like she was alive with her head bowed down, and her hands rested on an iron sword, which bore the inscription, "For we are the temple of the living God." Her eyes were covered with white bandages, and there were streaks of blood that ran down her cheeks and onto the floor.
Eek.
She was also wearing a necklace with the symbol of a scale.
Oh my god. Why would the killer dress her up like that?
To convey a message of some sorts. The killer probably thought of her as a performer in a stage play.
Well said, Kazuki. There must be a reason why the murder was presented this way.
What was the cause of her death? Akito shows us another photo revealing her beautiful white flowers.
Ah, that's so pretty.
Don't forget it's also poisonous.
Yeah. Worse look at Karu.
You're absolutely right, Kaoru. Those flowers are known as the Lily of the Valley. They are beautiful but deadly flowers. The mere touch of one can cause a fatal allergic reaction. Even the surrounding water supply is dangerous. Side effects include blurred vision, hallucinations, delirium, abnormal heart rhythm, and ventricular fibrillation leading to death. The police are assuming that her death was caused by these flowers based on the traces in her eyes and mouth. Her heart just exploded.
Eek. The girls could only stare at the image in shock. I, on the other hand, could not find the appropriate word to express myself.
That's awful.
I agree with Aki. There's no other way to describe it.
Did the police confirm that she was poisoned?
Not yet. They're still waiting for the autopsy results.
If she was poisoned, doesn't it strike you as a bit odd that the Phantom just left those flowers there? It's like he wanted us to discover the murder weapon.
You could be onto something. Frankly, I don't know what to make of this.
Maybe the Phantom didn't think much of it. It probably wouldn't show up in the autopsy.
I highly doubt it. The flowers could simply just be a diversion to throw us off track.
You think he did that on purpose?
It's possible.
Maybe he wanted to tell us something.
Things are not often what they appear to be. What may seem unbelievable at first might
Yep.
actually be true. Let's keep that in mind for the future. Alright?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did the police manage to find anything else?
According to the report I received, there were no signs of violence, no fingerprints, and no signs of forced entry. Ogun's husband was shocked by the murder. He said that she never had any problems with the patients she treated.
Suzumi's face suddenly lights up. I guess Akito's statement just gave her an idea.
Patience! We could get some information from them. Perhaps there was a common meeting place they all went to.
Oh, right. That completely slipped my mind. I've already asked the manager from healthcare to check it for me, to email me if he finds anything. Let me check my email to see if he sent anything.
Akito goes through to his laptop and starts searching around.
Aha! There it is. According to her daily schedule. What? This can't be.
Is everything alright?
What's wrong, Akito?
She didn't have any appointments that day.
Suspicious.
What? How could that be?
I don't know.
But what about the police? You said that the Ogun was about to meet with somebody, right?
Yeah, according to her husband. He said she called saying that she would be late due to an emergency appointment with a patient.
I'm guessing that's why there's no official record of this in her office.
It's hard to tell. Did the husband say what time the appointment
Give me a
was?
sec. Ah, here it is. 9:44 p.m.
That's a pretty exact time. That's also kinda late, don't you think?
That's probably why she didn't make a record of it.
Yeah, but...
What is it?
don't you think something's out of place?
Like what?
If it was that late, why did she agree to meet with her patient?
You might be onto something. I don't think that's normal behavior, especially with someone you don't know.
Are you saying she knew the Phantom? Person really well?
Thing? Yeah, that's what I think.
Akito, you need to forward this to the police.
Yeah, we could probably get more information about that appointment if we tell them the whole story.
Alright, leave it to me.
This is getting really intriguing. If only we could find out who that person was.
Akito, was there anything on her phone regarding this meeting?
Well, the police are currently on the lookout for it. They didn't find it at the scene of the crime.
Of course. That'd be too easy for us otherwise.
Could the killer be the Phantom? We're so close to figuring this out.
That's all I've got. Hopefully, we can come across a lead, because frankly, I'm stuck.
Oh, big bro. You did a better job than usual.
Wow.
Of course. When I'm leading a case, I always want to do a better job than usual. Wait a second. What do you mean by that, Aki?
Are you going to divulge us with your thoughts now, Akito? We're dying to hear them.
Well, I want to hear your thoughts first. What do you think about these murders? Are they related to each other? And is it possible that we're dealing with more than one person here?
Those are some pretty good questions. I have to admit, some of the murders are different from each other. They lack a certain finesse to them. Take a look at the first murder. How was it described?
Total chaos and brutality, I guess.
Precisely, but despite everything, it contained a riddle. The bloody message.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps this was the murderer's first kill, hence the reason for the chaos.
The deeper we analyze this, the more confusing it becomes.
Alright, Kazuki, how about the second murder?
Wait. It doesn't seem out of the ordinary. Nothing really stands out.
Good. And the third murder?
Well, it felt sophisticated. It was controlled. Everything in that murder seemed
I
perfect.
think so too. It was so planned out, it's frightening.
Yup.
Oh, what about the fourth one? What do you think about that one?
Grotesque? With some unknown message?
Kazuki, you gotta try harder.
Ugh. Am I the only one with opinions here? Sheesh, it's like I'm the main character in a video game, because you is! How ironic. This is all planned out, it wasn't random. Furthermore, it's completely mysterious, and I think there's a hidden clue somewhere within the crime scene.
See? You can say what's on your mind. I have to admit, I feel exactly the same way about this case. Then...
I know. The fifth murder, this one is on another level. It's like the perfect crime, a true masterpiece. It had precision, mystery, and suffering. It's almost like art.
It's just as I thought. This is no ordinary crime. There's a bigger meaning behind it.
So overall, we have 5 themes here. Brutality, predictability, refinement, puzzles, and art.
Wait, but none of them fit together.
Or they all fit together.
That's true. All the victims are different in their own way. What's the connection here?
Not to mention, there's a puzzle at every crime scene. With the exception of the second murder, of course. Although, why would someone put in so much effort to suffocate the victim with a bag full of helium?
Maybe it's a clue. Like the blind owl book that was left behind in Ernest's case.
If I may say one thing about these murders, I think the Phantom only killed 3 of these people. Akito merely smiles at my comment. The girls, however, meet my gaze with looks of exasperation.
What do you mean by that? Are you serious?
Yep, well, Akito said so himself that he believes there are only 3 murders committed by the Phantom. The first murder seemed a bit too chaotic to be the Phantom's work. The same could be said about the lawyer case. As for the last 3 murders, I believe the Phantom staged them to be performances in a theatre.
You make a good point. However, we should continue to
Yeah.
look at facts before we jump to any hasty conclusions.
I agree. We should focus on something specific and go from there.
But where do we start? I mean, the first murder also contained a secret message, but we don't know what it was about. Did the killer not make it look the way he wanted it to?
None of us knew the answer to that, and we all get lost in our thoughts for a few minutes before Sesame breaks us out of a trance.
Don't you think it's weird?
What is?
Why would he strike again after 2 months? Assuming the first murder was committed by the Phantom, the next death did not occur until 2 months later. That seems like an odd amount of time to wait.
Maybe he wanted to be a gentleman and give the police a chance to solve his twisted puzzle?
Yeah, maybe the murder had hints about the next one.
Akito, I have to ask, whose 3 of those 5 victims here do you think were killed by the Phantom?
The same people you are thinking of.
The same?
Yeah, you had to go steal my ideas.
You two really do think alike. Like, like 2 peas in a pod.
Yeah, that's been mentioned at least 4 times already in this game.
Yeah, you two really love to work together, don't you?
It's not like that. I cross my arms and frown.
Kazuki, what's the matter?
Hello?
Ignoring Aki, I lower my hands and give Akito a steely look. Akito,
Yes?
let me get this straight. You led the police to believe that both the lawyers' and teachers' murders were precipitated by the Phantom. And now you're claiming that the lawyer wasn't killed by the Phantom.
Yeah. That's totally what I'm saying.
Akito, are you trolling the police right now?
Well, trolling is a strong word.
What? So Akito wasn't 100% positive about all this? And he dared to mention it to the police, regardless of the fact it may backfire on us? How would you describe your actions there?
I may have misguided the police.
Ah, so basically you trolled them.
Wow, big bro. You're terrible. How could you do that to the police?
Can't say I'm surprised. Akito, you need to be sure of your opinions. We can't have you wavering on every single thing.
Yep,
Hey, at least I came clean about it. Doesn't that count for something?
maybe.
This is an important case, Akito. You'll need to be more careful next time. Alright, team. There's no time to lose.
What's that in the background? Postman was it all?
Kaoru, Akito, Kazuki, you 3 will look into the Ogun case, as I suspect Kazuki will want to investigate that one. I think you would need a chaperone, too.
Hey, I'm not a kid.
After that, you guys can move on to the James case. Hopefully, there will still be a lead that can link this case further. Akito, I'm guessing you're still in contact with the police?
Affirmative.
Perfect. Please inform us of anything they might find out before we do.
Okie dokie.
Aki and I will review the documents from square one. We need to be sure that you or the police didn't miss anything. After that, we can focus on the lawyer's murder. If necessary, I need you to find more information on the case, Akito.
Understood.
Suzumi looks at her watch.
Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
And what about our food? I've been starving for hours.
As I said, the meeting is adjourned. Feel free to eat whatever you like on your own dime.
Oh, man. First, the meeting takes way too long, and now we have to buy our own food? This sucks.
Don't worry, we'll get free food another time.
I'm already on a shoestring budget this month. Heck, I don't even have shoestrings anymore.
Then stop buying useless crap online. Learn it from me. Limit your spending.
Useless crap? Those things are for work.
Oh? What kind of things did you buy recently?
Well, I'm the proud owner of a USB coffee warmer pad. It's said that the pad perfectly maintains the temperature of my coffee, and I love it piping hot.
But
But
Well, it turned out that it didn't work so well, and the coffee ended up getting cold in a matter of minutes.
and this is how Big Bro spends his pocket money so wisely.
Hey, it's not my fault that I couldn't figure out the product description was a lie.
You should be able to smell a lie from a mile away. You're a detective after all.
a sucker born every minute. It's people like you that stimulate the economy through wasteful spending.
Dude, at least I'm pumping money in the economy. Seriously, what have you done to help this recession? Save?
That's not how the economy works, Akito, and we're not even in a recession right now.
Enough! Sheesh! As if it wasn't enough to hear your speech from earlier. Thought you were all starving.
I lost my appetite. Listening to Akito is always good comfort food. Well, I'm leaving now. See you all tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, sis, I'm gonna pack up. You can figure out what we're doing for dinner tonight, alright?
What? But I thought you were taking care of dinner today.
Ugh, you know I have no money right now. And don't go telling Mom and Dad. I already got in trouble the last time I ran out.
You do realize they give us extra money for food, right?
Wait, what? I always thought I got more because I have to babysit you all the time.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Do it for me, please. Just this one time.
This is not the first time you...
Ouch. A few minutes later.
Alright, we're all set. See you all tomorrow.
Okie dokie.
Bye! Have a great rest of the day, guys!
Thank you.
Will do. Great great job on the work today.
Yeah, whatever.
There goes Mr. Sunshine and Rainbows. Would it hurt you to be a little more enthusiastic?
No, and I have nothing to be enthusiastic about right now.
Bye, Kazuki.
Akito looks like he wants to say something to me before leaving, but changes his mind and leaves with Aki. After those two disappear from sight, Suzumi turns to me and frowns. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are you going home soon?
Yeah, I'm just too lazy to get out of time.
Classic Kazuki.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, it's nothing. Hey, I'm gonna go get something to eat. Do you want to join me?
Wait, didn't she just say everyone for themselves? Talk about preferable whatever treatment. Of course, I would be very, very delightful to hang out with our wonderful purple-haired friend. But in the next time, folks. So, thank you so much for watching. Going to be seeing each other's on the next time of Bloody Chronicles New Cycle of Death. Have a wonderful day and take care of yourselves.